ReVoice Podcast Network. The mic is ours.
Hey guys, welcome back to ReVoice Reviews. I'm Rachel.
I'm Mason.
And today we're going to be talking about Monster House. 2006, year of my birth. Perfection of a movie, actually. The animation is terrifying. The characters are hilarious. And this movie is really, really funny. In terms of plot, we have this annoying kid named DJ who loves to stalk his old neighbor across the street. And when I say stalk, I mean telescope through the window. Very creepy guy. And he ends up with his best friend trying to prevent the old guy who lives in the house across the street from ruining people's trick-or-treating experience, as Halloween is the next day. With the Girl Scout that comes around the neighborhood, they end up realizing that the house is in fact alive, and they end up trying to save the house in a way, which, I mean, my favorite part is them having a Girl Scout with them, because what is she going to do with a box of Thin Mints for a house? I mean, a box of Thin Mints would appease my spirit, but come to find out that the house is actually the old man's wife personified, and it gets spooky. Like, this movie's actually kind of scary. I'm not even gonna front. The animation, they have so many scenes where like the old guy like falls on top of the camera, and as a kid, I did like jump a little bit.
I think like, the movie's like pretty fun. I like really enjoy the part when like, when all the spooky stuff like it was occurring in like, old women's house.
The cinematography for an animated movie should not go as hard as this movie did. Like, why are we doing like 3-point shots, A shot, B shot? Whoa 2006 animation going crazy. I think I like how realistic the house was, especially how it really did come to life. Like the windows became the eyes and they glowed. The boards of the floor became the teeth, and then like it was almost like it was very Pennywise coded, because there was a hole in the middle of the floor where like all the kids get sucked down to where the heart of the house is, where the woman is. These kids, they end up trying to put this house to sleep they like make a bomb full of cough syrup. Like, they fill a thing with like NyQuil and launch it into the house to put the house to sleep, which ends up working. And then they're in the house and they investigate, and then one of my favorite dialogues ever is Penny. She goes, "Oh, I think that must be the uvula," which is like the thing in the back of your throat. And then Chowder's like, "Oh, I didn't know this was a girl's house." Huh? Mind you, this is a movie for kids. Right. She hangs on it to like make the house throw up, and I just like how the house is so realistic. Like, it's actually a person. Like, it smiles, it groans, it settles. Like, for 2006, this movie was cooking. It was ahead of its time, and then it had good morals, because it talks about how the wife who died in her house before it was even built was like, she was a circus freak. I use that word delicately because she did not want to be there. Homegirl was forced. It was indentured servitude, and old guy freed her. They tried to build a house. Kids like made fun of her, and she fell backwards into concrete. Imagine finding your own happiness, and then a bunch of ruffians that are like 8 years old on a tricycle bully you, and then you die. I would come back as a haunted house too.
Personally, I would like say that take felt like made me like feel kind of like, ooh.
Yeah. It was definitely a jump scare. Like, the first time I watched it, I was like, no, there's no way this whole movie is happening because a woman got bullied and she fell into concrete. Which I understand the whole point of the movie. Let's talk about how bad bullying is, and like, for the kids, I get it. The way, if I was the husband, all those little kids would have been sick of me. Everybody is gonna hear about me for the rest of their lives. No matter. Them parents, they're gonna get a strongly worded HOA email from me. At the end of the movie, they end up having like the kids go back to his house, and it was so funny because the main character, he was like, "So I'm sorry about your house," because they blow the house up. And they go, I'm sorry about your house, while he's sobbing on the ground. And then more fire happens in the background. He's like, your housewife, so sorry about that. Oh, I'd be sick. I'd actually be sick. Because he's crying over his wife. And the main character is like, so sorry about that, King. My apologies. Like, now he has to build a whole new house, and at the end, everybody holds hands.
No.
Everybody holds hands and sing Kumbaya at the end by handing out candy to the entire neighborhood. Like, that old man did not terrorize that neighborhood for years, to the point where the kid is stalking him through the window. I think that's like my biggest question mark moment of the entire movie. So we're all just gonna forgive and forget. Everybody Jay chilling, everybody cool. All right, I see how it is. I love this movie, but like that ending's kind of crazy. Because what do you mean you just like let it slide? Run the ones, run the hands.
Crazy climax.
Like, actually should have just run the numbers. First of all, you blew up my house, you blew up my wife, but on the flip side, you've been terrorizing this neighborhood as a way to protect the children. Could you not have just posted up a sign that said, please step off the grass? Was that not an option? Put up a sign, beware of the dog. I would have stayed away. You got that. Like, hey, maybe paint the house. Oh my gosh, add in some shutters, some blinds. You know, get Chip and Joanna Gaines to sponsor them from Target. They could have had that. They could have had that in the bag. That house looks scary as hell. It looked like Pennywise's crib, but like MTV version, 2006. Like, they could have been preventative measures. They could have been safe. Right. And then the parents. Why are parents always stupid in horror movies? What are we doing? Oh, I'm gonna leave my only child with an emo babysitter who let her boyfriend inside our house. So I can't relate. My parents, absolutely not. I can't say that, but like my parents, absolutely not. Them parents went, oh yeah, you know, you just gotta stop stalking the old man across the street. Mind you, if I found out my son was watching the old guy across the street with his telescope through his bedroom window, there would be a medical appointment scheduled the very next day. Because what do you mean? What are you doing? Do you not have hobbies? Do you not have friends? Right. So, overall, what would you rate this movie? Like, 1 being downright worst thing you've ever seen, 10 being like the holy grail of cinema. If you were the last person on earth, this was the only thing you'd be watching.
I would rather go with 8 because of like almost like close to how the cinematography is, and like, you know, the climax and all the scary scenes. Yeah. Honestly, I would rate this movie, I think, also an 8. I would love to see this movie revamped with like modern day animation. This movie would go so hard. Like, keep the same dialogue, keep the same humor. The comedy was hilarious. There's also these two, I forgot to mention, these 2 police officers. They were like the buddy cop 2 of the film. You had like the dumber cop and the smarter cop, and the smarter cop would be like, oh, just do this, and the dumb cop went, huh? Keep the same humor. It would do so well in 2025, 2026, especially with the online. They would have a fandom. They would have a fan base, and this movie would do numbers, especially if the animation was modern day animation. The movie would be a 10. No notes. Hold on, it's that one meme where it's like cinema. It would be fantastic. That one meme. But have it everywhere. Okay, so thank you for watching our episode of ReVoice Reviews. Tune back in next week to see our new episode.